Hey guys, it's time for the question of the week. This week's question, I get asked it all the time, um, constantly by everyone, my students when they first start my programs, everyone. And three people have asked it to me this time just by virtue of, PMing me or emailing me or whatever. So I figured that's a sign that this is the week to answer this question. But before I do that, I just want to preface this with a couple things. First of all, the question is, what is my twin flame feeling when we are not together? And like basically what the twin flame is going through or dealing with or thinking, all that other stuff. What's going on with my twin flame when we're not together. Now, I'm prefacing the answer to this question with these two things. First of all, the asking of that question is the push energy that you are. Remember, twin flames, one is push, one is pull. If you're watching this video, chances are you're push. Feeding that push energy is what you don't want to do. And so actually worrying about and thinking about and concerning yourself with and wondering about what your twin flame is doing, thinking, saying, feeling is just feeding that energy, which is what we don't want to do. But I mean, I know everyone wants to know the answer to this question, so watch this video once and then never watch it again, okay? That's all I can say, like put it behind you. But we'll satisfy your curiosity just this one time. That's the first thing. The second thing is that it's completely irrelevant what the twin flame is feeling, saying, thinking, or doing. Those are all physical acts. They're all in the physical world. The twin flame journey, as far as the twin flame journey is concerned, it's all irrelevant. The only thing that matters and is relevant for the twin flame journey is the underlying energy, the push and the pull. Okay? So I just want to preface this out there that it's all irrelevant and actually very misleading, because what you'll come to find out through this journey, and what I see every day with my students, I saw with myself, is that appearances are very and definitely deceiving. The physical world is not actually, reflecting back the reality of any situation. So having said that, I will answer the question. So the twin flame, remember, you're the push energy. Your twin flame is what I refer to as the pull energy, right? So their tendency is you push the energy, they pull. So that energy, and you can tell this for yourself, your push energy pushes onto the twin flame. So all you do is focus on the twin flame. That energy just has you thinking about the twin flame obsessively, wanting to be with the twin flame, I probably don't have to explain to you how you're constantly consumed with thoughts, and your feelings are based on the twin flame and all of that. Well, just like your push energy that pushes onto the twin flame is controlling your thoughts and then therefore your feelings, because every feeling begins with a thought, and more precisely a belief in your thought. The same thing is holding true with the pull twin flame. So the twin flame with the pull energy, that energy is pulling away from you, the twin flame, the push twin flame. So that energy is pulling away. So it has to focus somewhere else, anywhere but on you, because it just physically can't. That's the nature of the energy. So also that energy is also controlling, the twin flame's mind. This energy controls minds. So that's what's going on. Underneath it all, basically, that's all anyone has to know, is that energy, the other twin flame, is pulling away. It's pulling away from the energy. Now, does the twin flame want to pull away? Underneath it all, no. Your soul's true desire, which is also your twin flame's true desire, is to be with itself, which is you both being together, right? So underneath it all, no, you both desire to be with each other. But the energy itself, it makes it physically impossible. Now, how that manifests physically via thoughts, feelings, actions, words, is unique and individual for every twin flame and every twin flame journey. as you can see with like every other twin flame that's like, watching this video right now or in any twin flame groups, right? The way it plays out physically is unique and individual to everyone in everyone's situation. But what's going on underneath it all, which is all that really matters, is exactly the same for everyone because it's how we're created. It's the divine truth of creation, and that is that push-pull energy. So the pull energy, the other twin flame is being pulled away energetically. And that can manifest in many different ways. And like I said, that energy controls the mind. And it can put thoughts in the mind of, oh, thoughts of anger, or just like, it may seem like hatred, like, oh, they just are like, basically fuck off, go away, I never want to see you again out of the blue, right? They get really mad, they totally block you on everything. Or it could just be thoughts of it won't even allow them to think of you, right? And that's when you just get ghosted, and all of a sudden, they're nowhere to be found for no reason, right? Seemingly out of the blue. Or, it could put thoughts in their heads like, oh, I wish I could be with my twin flame, but, oh, I can't because of this, this, and this, and just make up excuses. And they seem so insurmountable. And so like they just, succumb to believing in those excuses, so to speak. It's all fear-based. It's just like the push energy, which you are, is fear-based. While you're fear-based, the fear is not being able to attach and just like actually losing the physical form of the twin flame. The twin flame's fear is based on being captured by the twin flame, like almost being suffocated by the twin flame. So its whole instinct is to just get away, right? That's the energetic influence. Now, again, how it plays out and manifests physically via the thoughts of the twin flame are completely unique and individual. And like I mentioned, they could be, anything from anger to just, almost forgetfulness to, making up excuses as to why they can't be with you. Things like that. The point is, though, that energetically they just can't. And it doesn't mean that they don't want to be. They do want to be. Your soul desires itself. It's just the natural way of things. It's called the law of attraction, and your soul's energy and a vibration. And its number one thing is to attract itself back to itself. That is the law of attraction. The only thing getting in its way is this push-pull energy of the physical world, which is fear. And so that's why the whole key to being with your twin flame physically is to balance out that fear. And it only takes one twin flame to do this, because that pull energy is actually your pull energy, and your push energy is actually your twin flame's push energy. But when you're together, you can only be one or the other, and you are always the same one or other with the twin flame. So it only takes you or one twin flame to balance out the energy for both. And so this is really good. You just balance out those fear-based energies, and then your soul will naturally bring you back together via the law of attraction. And so with the thoughts of the pull energy regarding the other twin flame, regarding you, the push twin flame, like I said, they can be anger, they could be hatred, not real hatred, but, like they never want to see you again. They could be, just almost just like want to block you out and ignore you, or they could be making up excuses or whatever, right? And then it's the beliefs in those thoughts, though, which is also controlled by this energy that, controls what their feelings are. So every feeling is created by a belief and a thought. So if, for example, the twin flame's thought is anger towards you for some unknown reason, and they believe that they're angry, well, they're going to believe that, so they're going to feel angry towards you, right? And if they have an excuse, say like, say they're married or something, so their excuse is, oh, I want to be with my twin flame, but I can't because, I'm already married to this person. They believe that thought that, oh, I can't be with my twin flame because I'm married to this person. And then so that makes them feel what? Maybe like, defeated, or just giving up, or, just resigned to the fact that, that's the way it has to be. When in reality, it's just that energy trying to get them to like, keeping them away physically from you, from the other twin flame, until you stop the push. Pull back on the push energy, the pull stops pulling away, right? That's just how it works. And so That's really what's going on. There is another component to this energy, and that is the addictive component. And I've spoken about this before as well. Whereas you, the push energy, is addicted. It's an actual addiction to the physical form of your twin flame. That's why it's so hard to quit it, right? You just Jones for it, right? That's the addiction. Well, just like that's an addictive energy, so is the pull energy an addictive energy. However, because of the energy pulling away, it can't quench its addiction with the twin flame. So it has to quench that addiction or try to satisfy it elsewhere. And that can be also manifest in so many different ways, unique and individual to every situation. And that could be with other people, that could be with drugs, alcohol, food, working obsessively, anything, So the actions of the twin flame are a lot of times just based on just trying to find some kind of satisfaction for this addiction that is not working, because nothing's going to satisfy that addiction except for being with the twin flame again. But they don't know this. The energy doesn't allow them to even go there or think this. Even if they could, and they knew this, and they tried to get there, the energy wouldn't physically allow them to get to you. It's just because the energy is controlling everything and it's pulling them away. And so they're not consciously and intentionally doing anything. They're not by their own free will, not with the twin flame. If this energy didn't exist, they would be right there by your side forever. Well, they are technically forever, you are one, but I mean, physically for the rest of your lifetime or this lifetime, they would be by your side if this energy didn't exist. So what's the answer? There it is right there. The energy will always exist as long as you're incarnated, but we put the energy to sleep, so to speak. We balance it, we put it to sleep, and therefore the twin flame, you can come together physically, and they can never leave your side. Because that is their choice. That is the will that they want, just like you will want to be with them. But it's just those two push-pull energies that are wreaking havoc in everyone's grand plan while you're here in the physical world. So anyway, I hope that answers that question. I wish it could be as easy as like, oh, your twin flame is feeling this way and saying this and doing that. But it's not, because underneath it all, every twin flame desires to be with their twin flame. And it's just what's playing out and manifesting physically is just, different variations of the pull, fear-based, addictive energy pulling away from you, the push energy. So I hope that answers your question, and thank you so much for submitting it. Anyone else who has any other questions they'd like for me to answer, please PM me them, and I will get to them in a future video. Thanks for watching, guys. Lots of love. Bye.